What's up, guys? Tom Davis here, America's Canine Educator. On this episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about dog aggression. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time just going over dog aggression, when, here, where, and how, and why, and all these things. That could take me hours, and it would be a lot funner if I just had dogs around me that I could show you. But my point on this video is to bring light to dog aggression. Like I said, I get the email, the phone call, the inquiry, the dog, the owner, about the aggressive dog, and I've only dealt with a couple truly dog aggressive dogs. I've never had to put down an aggressive dog or euthanize a dog because of dog aggression. Usually the aggression that I see is a fear-based aggression and or a miscommunication on either health issues or training issues in general. So I'm putting this video together to, again, shed light on the fact how many dogs are being euthanized because of people not understanding dog aggression and misinterpreting dog aggression for fear. So I hope this video, like I said, can shed light and maybe you guys can share it around with people who are having dog aggressive issues. Again, I've maybe dealt with a handful of truly aggressive dogs that were just nasty. They didn't like people. They weren't suited to be around people, and even those dogs even might have a job at some point in their life. You might be able to find them an outlet in order to actually live the life out, but it's very, very hard and it's highly managed. But again, I really just have been hearing horror stories, not only locally but across the country, of people just killing dogs too quick, and they're euthanizing because they don't either know how to deal with aggression because it's out of their range, it's out of their comfort zone, it's out of their realm of tools and how to address the aggression. And I'm hoping this video maybe can just save a life. If you can share it around with people who have aggressive dogs or having issues with their dogs, I would say 60 to almost 80% of the dog aggressive dogs that I get, phone calls, emails, out on the streets, etc., it's mostly a fear-based aggression, which is a real thing, and it's definitely a serious thing. There's no joke about fear aggression or possessive aggression or food aggression. There's no joke about any aggression, and I really just made this video to just shed a little bit of light on the fact that I just have seen so many dogs be euthanized in the last couple of years because I get the phone call and say, hey, I have an aggressive dog, you're my last hope, you live 3 hours away, 4 hours away, 5 hours away, etc., can you help me? And I end up meeting the dog, and the dog is just afraid. And that's just a sad day for me because if they didn't make the call to me, the dog would have been euthanized because he was afraid, which is sad. So I want people to really do their research about their dog and why the dog is aggressive, showing teeth, biting, lunging, barking. All of these things are probably a different thing than actually true aggression. I've met little dominant dogs. A lot of people it's thrown around a lot in the dog training industry, or even dogs in general, because people are uneducated, which isn't fine, but it's just not true. So the dominant dog thing, oh, my dog's dominant. I've again worked with thousands of dogs, and I've not met many dominant dogs either. Dominancy is a completely different thing of what we think it is, but that's a different video. So if you have issues with your dog, if your dog is becoming aggressive or appears to be aggressive, showing teeth, biting, lunging, trying to hurt other dogs, trying to hurt other people, please reach out, do your research, email me if you can. There's always a different way. In my perspective, I've worked with thousands of dogs, and I've rehabbed hundreds out of a euthanasia listed situation, or they call 3 other trainers and the other trainers don't know how to address the situation and they want to euthanize the dog because they either don't know how to address it or they don't want to put in the work. And that's all over the country. So I really just am urging people to do your research, work with the people who know and who specialize in behavior remodification, and work with aggressive dogs, because it could be a very, very simple fix. Within the last 3 months, I've taken dogs that were supposed to be euthanized and worked them for 2 or 3 days and just realized that they were afraid, and the dogs have been fine. And those are just 3 particular dogs that are great dogs, and the family was very sad about euthanizing their dogs, but they didn't have to, and they didn't. So I'm just making this video because I'm in it for the dogs, and I really want people to just understand and be educated that if you have a dog that's deemed aggressive, try to figure out what the aggression is, and see if you can find somebody that has enough patience and has enough tools within their toolbox to try to get that dog out of that state of mind and save the dog's life. Going to work. So it does need to happen sometimes, but I just wanted to put this video together, not to make anybody feel bad or be gloomy, but I wanted other people to know that if you're running out of options, it's probably because you're not reaching the right people. So please do your research and reach out to people who really know what they're doing and specialize in dog aggression, because it is a whole different training. I don't sit here and talk about agility because I don't specialize in agility, and I don't feel comfortable educating everyone on agility. Could I do it? Do I understand it? Yes, but I don't specialize in it. So if I were to get a dog that came into my training academy for agility, I'm certainly not going to say the dog can't do agility, so you can just give up on that right now. That's not professional for me to say. It's the same thing with aggression. If you bring your dog in and the person you're bringing your dog to doesn't specialize or isn't familiar or isn't comfortable, more than likely, to handle that aggressive dog, it's just irresponsible for other dog trainers to euthanize these dogs because they don't know what they're doing with the dog. Just like I don't know what I'm doing with an agility dog. I'm not gonna have somebody pay me a bunch of money for agility because I'm not great at it. It's cool, but it's nothing I specialize in. And so the point is a dog aggression is a serious thing, and it happens a lot. And you need somebody that knows what they're doing with the specific topic and the dog in order for a success rate. So please just do your research, reach out to the right people, and be responsible. So again, I could talk hours about aggression, and I would love to do that. I just don't have the time at this very moment. But aggression is so gray, and a dog is either really happy or aggressive, it seems like. Within the last couple months at the academy, I've been seeing dogs that just need leash work, and then I've just been seeing straight aggressive dogs, and I've worked with a lot of them. I've saved a lot of lives, and I'm happy to do so. But I'm hoping this video reaches more people than just my community. I hope that you guys share this around the country, around the world, and just shed some light again on the fact that just because the dog is showing signs of aggression doesn't mean the dog needs to be euthanized, killed, or give up on. Canines have different behaviors, and they also have different ways of showing and expressing behaviors, feelings, emotions, etc. Just because they show their teeth or they growl or they lunge and growl doesn't mean the dog is aggressive. And I have been finding that if one of those things happen, the owner becomes afraid, the people who own the dog become afraid, whatever it may be, so they isolate the dog and they don't get the dog around the situation again because the dog is aggressive, because they show teeth. Dogs show teeth all the time for many different reasons. Dogs growl for many different reasons. Dogs bark for hundreds of reasons. Just know that if you're seeing as a human signs of aggression, I want you to really just, like I said, take your time and bring this dog to somebody who really knows canine behavior to try to figure out and to speak for the dog about actually what's going on, because I've seen dogs killed for very little. And I'm just putting this video together. It's a little dark video, but I hope it saves a life. I hope it educates you guys. I appreciate your time. I hope everyone's doing very, very well. I'm opening up a new training academy in Clifton Park, New York. We're going to do, I already have some international training booked, but we're going to do international training for board and trains. We're going to do, obviously, across the country board and trains. Please, if you guys get into a situation where your dog is deemed aggressive and you may think it needs to be euthanized, think twice. Contact somebody who has dealt with this stuff, a specialist. And so anyway, rewind. I'm really excited to open up my new training academy in Clifton Park, New York, the Upstate Canine Academy of Clifton Park. You can find more information at americaschanineeducator.com. I hope everyone's doing well. I will talk to you guys soon, and we'll see you next week. So if this video was helpful to you, or do you think it'd be helpful to your friends or family, please share it with them. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel below. You can work with me, America's Canine Educator, online at www.americascanineeducator.com, listed below. You can join my online portal, work with me every single day, and travel with me. Grow your dog business, work at wolf sanctuaries. Most importantly, fix your dog problems. I've had a huge success rate online by FaceTiming people, and it's just been incredible. I honestly didn't know how it would work at first, and I got to tell you, it's just as easy to train a person how to train their dog via FaceTime and help them out through video. So thank you guys so much for your valuable time. Don't forget, every single Monday I'm going to be doing this on my YouTube channel. So you keep asking questions, and I'll keep answering them.